Welcome to that synth show, baby. We're back in action. Behringer's got breaking synth news. It's breaking. It's already broke, but you know, we get home a little late. We gotta cover it a little later, man. We got this insane, blow your mind analog synth that is a 4-part drum machine based on the classic Simmons design. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. It's blue. It's red. It's got black. The only thing would be better if it was red, white, and blue, but I'm Canadian, so you know. Everyone gets it twisted. Everyone thinks I'm American, baby. I'm part of the Maple Syrup Mafia. Shout out Twin Cities Oxygen. Shout out Devin Belanger, baby. Shout out Scott Synth Show. Okay? Maple Syrup Mafia all day. Coming at you hard. But yeah, man, we had this break today, so I had to get home. I had to cover it. I was like, I'm coming in today. I'm going to get on the horn here, see what's happening. Let me get my live chat geared up so I can see what you guys are saying. One quick momento. I just got in, so I gotta gear all this up on the fly. Let's see who's in here. Well, bam. Apollo Hanzo, bang, bang, baby. Trusto, bang, bang, baby. Machines 1, bang, bang, baby. Yep. Hello, hello. What's up, what's up? Yeah, so I got a couple screens geared up. Let me jump over here, make sure I got the live chat geared up in this screen, which I will in 2 seconds. Flick that on, flick that, flick that, flick this. Hope you guys all had a great day at work, man. You're home now. We get to chill for a little bit and enjoy the show. Get my live chat geared up in here. Got to do it on the fly because I did a little ambient jam last night, man. It was nice, but you know what? You know what the dirty little secret is? It's hard, man. You perform a good jam sometimes and you're like, oh yeah, but it's not on a hot topic. It's not like trending. It's not anything in the news. So it's like, you know, does anybody really care? That's the question. But it doesn't matter because it was so good. I had to capture the moment, you know? So we're going to talk about the Simmons drum machine. Then I figured I'd go into some other news about some other Behringer drums. We got the RD6. We got the Behringer Edge, you know, lots of cool stuff, man. So let's switch on over. Let's see what they're saying. The Behringer has announced the release of the SD-3, clone of the classic 1978. I got a little bit of lag going on here. It's because of all these friggin' videos. These overly heavy-duty websites, you know? You know what? I ain't reading, man, because this website is too heavy-duty. Let's just go right to it. I was going to read it to you, but I'm just going to let our boy do it right here.
So in the annals of recorded history, the 1980s has to go down as one of the most boundary-pushing and stylistically sophisticated decades of all time. With hairstyles that redefined the limits of human achievement and dance moves that perfectly exemplified humanity's age-long struggle with tempo. And with those great haircuts and great dance moves, you needed some great 1980s electronic drums to drive the rhythm of the beat.
Lovely.
Introducing a recreation to the precursor.
There we go, baby. That's what you call marketing and setting the narrative. Recreation, okay? Recreation of something that isn't created anymore. I love that patch, baby. Nice hats up there too, dude.
Of the world famous Simmons drum machine. It's the SDS-3.
This is one of my favorite little gifts to give.
Ooh.
It looks so simple and elegant, and I love how it has that vintage look. You can just slide one between pages of your favorite novel to use as a bookmark.
Okay, I like it. Classic 4-channel analog
So
drum.
we've got a new semi-modular drum synthesizer for you guys. It's the SDS-3, a faithful reproduction of one of the very early drum synthesizers by the legendary English engineer Dave Simmons. And it's a precursor to the instantly recognizable Simmons drum kit featured in so many unforgettable music videos and performances of the 1980s. And it features 4 analog drum channels that will satisfy drum programmers as well as sound designers, capable of synthesizing anything from bass drums, toms, snares and cymbals to bells, gongs, vibes. And with the onboard and simple to use modulation system, it can also do a wide variety of weird and wonderful special effects, making it ideal for those wanting to let their hair loose and get a bit crazy.
Bro, that's some good hair, dude. I gotta tell you, man. I don't know if that is insane. That guy, I checked it out. I looked it up. He's in grade 6. That's what men used to look like back in the day, right? This guy's in grade friggin' 6, man. Look at him. You see a grade 6 now? They look like they just came out of the womb. Yeah. DJ Wojtek, get rid of the TR-1000, bro, and pick up this. This blows the TR-1000 out of the way. At least we know we won't have friggin' sync issues in slave mode. Yeah, Gully Squad, I hear you, dude. I'm thinking about setting up a Behringer room, a dedicated Behringer room too, you know? That's the beauty about being a Behringer bro. You can have a dream and make it come true. Most of these other companies, man, are all just a dream for the bros, you know? We work hard, we play hard, you know? We save up a bit of money, hoping to get that dream synth. With Behringer, you can have a dream room.
Okay, so let's check out one of the channels here, and since they're all identical, let's focus on channel 3. Okay, so you got the oscillator pitch here. And that will also go into dog hearing territory, so watch your ears here. Then you've got an impact click control.
Yeah.
So that will give you more impact and high end in the initial transient.
Oh yeah.
And that also translates nicely across different pitches.
So man, you gotta love the high end and the transient, okay? That's half the reason we want to buy this thing, babies, for that high end and the transient.
So it's also good for toms and things like that. Then you've got the decay envelope, which sets the length, obviously. And then we have a pitch bend envelope, which...
A lot of fun with this, man. Stay tuned because I'm going to show you a cool video with the Behringer Edge. We're going to do a little checkout of some drum machines in the Behringer collection. The Behringer Edge and the Behringer Syncussion. 2 super cool videos. I mean, they got such a good collection now. You can get a Behringer Edge. You got the Syncussion. You got the RD78. You know, you've got the RD9, the RD8, and now you got this here beautiful little Simmons recreation, the SDS-3, you know? Gorgeous.
is set to downward at the moment. So as you can hear, it adds some nice definition to the impact of the drum.
Sounds pretty good on my end. I don't know. To my ears, this sounds good, man. It sounds analog, okay? Dirty secret. The TR-1000 uses cool audio. The TR-1000's actually a Behringer.
And we can turn the pitch bend into the upwards direction as well. So I'll just change the pitch here so we can hear it.
Hey, what's up, Emperism, baby? Checked out one of your videos yesterday, man. I was like, oh, man, Emperism's back in the algorithm. They shot me one, dude. Welcome back, bro. Maybe I checked you and then they shot me into your algorithm. What's happening, brother? Oh, Best Korean Jesus. I was checking out your show the other day too, man. I love the pop culture dive-in reaction stuff, dude. If you guys haven't checked out Best Korean Jesus channel, man, check him out. I love it, dude. You're the man, bro.
And at the moment, we've got it set to tone, but we can also turn it into a noise generator. And here the pitch control also acts as a low pass filter, so let's just turn that up. So obviously it's good for synth snares and hi-hats and things of that nature. And then down here we have the effect range control, which mixes in the LFO and the runtime effects. So here we can turn on the LFO and we can mix that in. So we're in audio rates at the moment with the LFO set quite fast. And we can also...
Yeah, go ahead, hit the like button if you're here, man. Hit subscribe if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Like I was just checking out the stats this morning. I think this month I did 24 live streams and I had 8 videos and then 7 shorts and 14 posts or something like that, man. So if it's your first time here and you're hanging out, I guess what we have here is we have a synth entertainment show where you can buckle up, strap in, have a good time, learn about some synthesizers, spend some time in the live chat if that's what you're into, commune with each other, break bread, and we get to have a bit of a laugh and joke around and check out some cool gear. That's basically what the channel is, you know?
Set the rates to slow. And we can also change the shape from square to sine wave.
Again, I don't know about you guys, but this is one of these kind of machines I feel like I could get lost in for 2 hours. I'd just be messing around what Patch Dog's doing there for like 2 hours, and I'd be nowhere further, nowhere done, but I would feel so relaxed and be like, oh man, I just bathed in Uli's bubble bath of sound. That's so nice. Feel so relaxed now. For $250, baby, you get the best bubble bath of sound of your life. Come on. You kidding me?
So you can get some really interesting effects that way. Then we also have the runtime effect, which will basically add a downward pitch over time. So kind of like the bend level, but instead it won't re-trigger with each hit. And we can set the length of that using the control here.
Love the RS9 drum trigger.
Then looking at the rest of the panel, you also have a master pitch fader here that can also be controlled by a CV pedal using the pitch pedal input. You've got a MIDI DIN input, a 3.5mm mix output, and on the back you've got a MIDI USB connection, a MIDI through.
You want an output? We got an output for everything as per usual. Okay? One thing no one can ever say about Behringer is they don't give you enough outputs, inputs, or whatever puts you want.
And then the output jack, a CV pedal input again, this time with a 1/4 inch jack, and then a decay kill input, which you'd use, for example, as you would a hi-hat pedal by plugging a pedal into it.
329?
And then back to the front again, you also have a volume fader for each channel and also a channel output on each.
I'd recommend getting a genetic methylation test just once in your life. Just once in your life. You'll never need to do it again.
Okay. That's what we're looking at there, though. $3,800 if you want the original. Behringer's giving it to you for $320, probably less actually. So $3,000. This is why it's cool. Behringer's recreating these things. I bet it sounds identical to this. All right. So let's switch up it. Let's switch it up here. So that's the cool video by Patchdog. He's gonna do a cool little jam here. Let's check it out. That's right. We got the hors d'oeuvres. We got the minis, baby. Absurd TV knows it. We said this to you 2 weeks ago. As the unofficial global ambassador of Behringer, I'm out here to kind of like work you into it, man, you know? Working you up, baby. We got the CZ Mini. We got the UBXA Mini. We got the T's of the Behringer DMX drum machine, okay? The BMX. The recreation of the old Oberheim monster. Now today we get a drop of a nugget, baby. We get a beautiful little red, blue, and black nugget served up on a platter with a bonus side of ketchup, okay? We got this little beauty. You know what's coming. The big boys are coming. The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. $250. Yeah, sweet little case here if you can see it. Let me go to the big screen for you, though. Sweet case on the RD9. Little wooden case. I don't know, Patchdog probably whipped that up in the freaking lab. That's wicked. All right, man, let's move on over and check this out. So this is what's cool about this drum machine. So someone just said, can we see a price on this? Let's see. Sweetwater, Behringer SDS-3. Let's see if it's on Sweetwater. Might not be. It might not be. I don't see it for sale. Let's see. Behringer, so you want to take Sweetwater out. And type. Let's see if we can find a price on this little beauty. Behringer $249 US. That's what it says on the Behringer site. What are the stores? I'm not seeing any stores. Behringer Synths. I don't see it there. KVR Audio. Let's check it out. KVR Audio right here. Selling it for $249, excluding US. Come on, baby. $249. So $249, but I guess we got a little price increase because of the tiers. All right? So that's cool, man. I think that's a cool recreation. If we look over here, this is what the original looked like. So, I mean, it's beautiful that Behringer locked down that epic production style because they can literally whack any of these old recreations into either the RD6 style box, the TD3 style box, or the, Neutron, which is larger than the Model D. So they got two different size modules. And it's a beautiful little recreation. The original's gorgeous. I mean, you want to fall in love? Just fall in love with Simmons, but you ain't falling in love with that $3,200 price. Basically, you get it for 10 times less the price if you want the Behringer recreation, which is very, very cool. So the cool thing about all these drum machines, we got this guy here. You guys know who this is? This is friggin' Echo Craft, all right? Echo Craft here is going to give us a little taste of the Behringer Edge, because I feel like that's a good compliment to go with this.
All right, hey guys, it's me, Echo Craft. Feeling a little under the weather today. Don't know why, but it is what it is. And I'm here to do another unboxing video. And yeah, so I decided to purchase a Behringer Edge. And here it is. Boom.
All right, so let's get going with Echo's little demo. Unboxing's done, but check this out. This is a great video, man. Echo got like
Talk to your healthcare professional about
2,500 views on that, you know, so that's pretty cool. Let's skip this here. What do we got? What do we got? Ooh, new Predator. Let's check out the Edge from Echo. Also, PS, don't go telling me to get YouTube Premium. Don't go telling me to turn my ads off, because I appreciate my ads. My ads have been highly curated over years and years, and thousands, hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions to trillions of watch hours. So YouTube has highly curated my ad preferences to really equal out. That's why I get ad preferences for crossbows, shotguns, slingshots, beef sticks, Hot Tod energy drink. This might be one of the best value for money percussion instruments on the market today. I think you can pick it up for under 200 bucks. Not sure, but I'm pretty sure it was on. You could get this for 110 bucks at one point. So value for money of this friggin' pure analog monster. I think the Behringer Edge is maybe one of the greatest synthesizers ever created of all time. And I know they took a couple things from the D-Fam. Like everyone says they copied it. I don't know. That looks like, to me, it looks better than the D-Fam. It's sexier than the D-Fam. It's got more features than the D-Fam. It sounds better than the D-Fam. And it probably is, what is it? Like 1/5 the price of a D-Fam by Moog. So, failure by Moog. Very cool, right? Very, very cool. Let's see if he patches it up a little bit here, Echo Craft. Very cool video by Echo. So check out Echo Craft, obviously echocraft.com for all the cool clothing and merch. The guy's a legend. He's got very cool merch on his site. So check it out, echocraft.com. If you need any end cheeks for malevolence or any PWM equipment, Echo Craft is your man. Check out Echo. He email him if you want something, because I think he doesn't got things in full-fledged production yet. He's just perfecting some things. But yeah, if you want some end cheeks for, if you got a PWM Malevolent or a Mantis Echo, got your back there as well. Okay? And so does Rourke. If you want to get some Rourke 3D printed stuff from Rourke 3D prints some cool like Behringer shelving and, you know, modular shelves. And I think he's been doing good with that kind of stuff. So yeah, check Rourke out too. Rourke Industries. He's got some 3D printing stuff he does as well. And Tactical MIDI. I don't know if Tactical MIDI's gone full corporate yet, but Tactical MIDI's also into the 3D printing as well. But he keeps his stuff under wraps. I think Tactical MIDI just does solo projects. But Tactical, let us know, bro. You selling anything? Let us know in the chat. Tactical MIDI needs to make some pre-workout cups. Can you 3D print a friggin' pre-workout cup in the shape of a frog so we can dry scoop some of that Hot Tod pre-jam out that's coming down the pipe soon? Keep your eyes out for it, man. Hot Tod pre-jam. The most powerful, electrifying energy drink on the market, but definitely inside the electronic music community. So yeah, Tactical MIDI, bro. Can you 3D print some friggin' bullfrog dry scoops so we can dry scoop that Hot Tod pre-jam energy drink? All right, let's check this one out. I saw this the other day. This was the Synth Cushion. And a lot of people sleep on the Synth Cushion. They are like, I think they don't quite understand how powerful of a machine the Behringer Synth Cushion SY-1 is. What's up, Jumping Man? Miss you, man. You haven't been around a while. How's it going, man? Hope everything's good. You working hard, playing hard? No, but I can print onto it. Sweet. Deadly. Yeah, dude, this here is friggin' gold. Listen to this. This is the Synth Cushion, and he's got the driven by the MIDI cake. Very crazy. And he's got what looks to be a Behringer delay pedal, and this Gallows in the morning. Not sure what kind of pedal that is. And the MIDI cake. Let's check it out. This is crazy. And this is by Richard D. Hove. I'll throw him in the chat here. Check out his channel. Like, subscribe to Richard's channel. I think I want the Synth Cushion. I don't know why. I just think it's so simplistic and enjoyable to do just something like this with a couple pedals and a MIDI cake arpeggiator. That friggin' sounds amazing for like $200, man. I don't know the exact price anymore. They always changing. But imagine the Synth Cushion, like Jumping Man just said. The Synth Cushion with the Edge and the new Simmons clone is fire. Sounds better. It sounds wicked, man. I don't know if you're into that kind of sound. I'm really into it. And what has he got it called? Dark Ambient, driven by the MIDI cake ARP. No talking. I mean, let's read the description here because I'm interested. I toyed for some time with the idea of titling the video to a mouse on a turning her up on the nest with a plow. All right, that's wild. Which is the title of a 1785 poem by Robert Burns. Supposedly Burns was plowing his field in Scotland when he accidentally destroyed a mouse nest, full of remorse for the little mousies who now face disastrous winter, and composed a rather lengthy poem. All right. That's cool. If that's your inspiration for this track, man, that's pretty cool. I love this track. Yeah, pretty much right now, man. If you're thinking about it, you got a TR-1000. This is what you get. You get a mod. If you go to Behringer, you get your TR-1000. You sit on your bed in your pajamas and play your TR-1000. All right, sit on, because you can't sync it up to nutting, because the sync doesn't work, especially if you use it as a slave. Okay, I know the conspiracy. I went and looked into it. You know why Roland allegedly put out the TR-1000 and slave mode doesn't work? Because for the first 6 months of its release, they didn't want any of the live performers to have the TR-1000 as the slave. So they made all these guys who went dual drum machines to live shows, they made the TR-1000 could only be synced in master mode, because they didn't want anybody slaving it out and having the TR-8S or a Drum Brood or a friggin' MPC Live or anything. They wanted the TR-1000 to be the master and front and center. That's the conspiracy theory going around, that they could have had the slave issue done, but they said, you know what? We're not letting you operate the TR-1000 in slave. So, too bad, suckers. You buy this, you better make it your master. Yeah, man, this is one of the greatest tracks ever. Absolutely fantastic, man. I feel like I'm trapped in a steel room, and someone's outside hitting the walls with a giant machete, and then I'm stuck in the room in the dark with like 3 R2-D2 robots that have malfunctioned. That's what I picture when I'm listening to this, and I like it. I really like it. All right, so I got something else here. Let's check this out, because we had this here. This is the Origins quick little video from the absolute legend Alex Ball. Shout out to Alex Ball. This is a little legend of the Simmons SDS-3 drum synthesizer from 1978. So let's check out a little ditty by old Alex Ball for a quick second.
If you tuned into an episode of Top of the Pops in the early 80s, you'd stand a very good chance of seeing someone playing a weird hexagonal drum kit.
So I guess this hexagonal drum kit was like one of the first Simmons things? Is that what we're saying? That's wild.
These were the Simmons electronic drums that were used by artists such as Def Leppard, Bill Bruford, Landscape, Genesis, The Police, Thomas Dolby, Spandau Ballet, Culture Club, Devo, Rush, Flock of Seagulls, Duran Duran, Queen, and many, many more. But today we're going to go back to a time before Simmons Electronics Limited was even formed and look at the original instrument that paved the way for what was to come.
When I hear that, all I hear is, my milkshake
In
brings all the boys
1978,
to the
Dave Simmons
yard.
was working for a company called Music Aid in St Albans, Hertfordshire in the southeast of England. In his 2017 interview with Drum Magazine, Simmons stated that in terms of synthesizers, there didn't seem to be anything happening in drums at the time. Experimenting with ARP synthesizers, Dave developed something the drummer in his band could hit to trigger a synthesized sound. This crude experiment paved the way for Dave's first purpose-built drum synthesizer, the SDS-3, launched in 1978.
So cool, man. This is why I friggin' love Alex Ball's channel, because it's like the Discovery Channel for synthesizers. You get a history lesson, you get to see some old cool gear, you get to hear him jam around on it for a bit. I mean, it's a channel, it's a one-of-a-kind channel, and I think it's very, there's a couple channels that are like super important to the synthverse, we call it, the universe of synth characters and synthesizers. And I mean, is there any channel that's more important and impactful and valuable than Loop Hop? Is there any more channel that has like some insane value to it that you can go and watch like a history lesson and learn about the synthesizers and Alex Ball. So, I mean, Alex Ball and Lou Pop are up there for two different reasons. I mean, if we're doing the Mount Rushmore of synthfluencers, you probably have Lou Pop, Nick Bat, Alex Ball, and Devin Belanger. Okay? And the other spots are open. There's still 2 spots open. Yeah. So it goes like this. Hey,
Now,
little
this
baby,
wasn't the
whisper
first
in my
dedicated
ear.
drum synth, as both Pollard and Star Instruments had already released the Syndrum and Synair respectively a few years earlier, but either way it wasn't exactly a market teeming with choice. In Dave Mattock's original review of the SDS-3, which I found on simmonsmuseum.com and is linked in the description, he says, "I'll be interested to see what the Japanese come up with, for example, but until that time it's pretty much down to these 3 models." The SDS-3 is an analog drum synthesizer with 4 channels for sounds and a 5th channel labelled Special Effects, which can...
What a friggin' recreation that Behringer did. Look at that, man. Let me get in a little closer just to show you. Just to show you how genius this model is. So you've got the RD6 casing, which they can put anything in. They got the RD78, the CR78 clone in there. They got the TD3. They got the RD6, and up top in this beautiful casing, look at the resemblance. I mean, there it is. That's beefcake. You know, that's full beef. Okay, that's lean beef patty right there. Okay, but then you got slim beef too. You know, you got the smash burger right here. And then over here, you got the quarter pounder. Okay, so this is the quarter pounder SDS-3. And then you got the smash burger right here. Crammed down, jammed in, and full of beef, full of power. And actually, it might look better. I don't know. I kind of think it looks better. But yeah, shout out to Alex Ball, man. What a friggin' legend. What a channel. Very, very cool. What's up, Crazy Rabbit? What's happening? Let me turn some music on here for a sec. Yeah, man, so I'm pretty excited about all the news. I'm excited about everything's going on. I got nominated to give the inaugural address, the State of the Synth Union 2025, voted on by the people. So I will be giving the State of the Synth Union address. I think I got something loaded up even maybe so we can get a look at what the thumbnail of that show is going to be. Let's see if I go over here. Yeah, right here, I think it is. Yeah, let me jump screens. Yeah, so honored to have been chosen to give the State of the Synth Union address 2025 globally. It'll be broadcasted in over 150 languages. It's coming soon. And it's going to be exciting, man. And this is what we got for the thumbnail right here, right? State of the Synth Union, man. We got the Synth Mafia. We got Samurai. We got all the Renegades in the background. Red Mantis. We got everybody, right? So the State of the Synth Union address will be coming to you live, broadcasted in over 150 languages globally. I even got a sign language interpreter to be coming in to stand next to me. They're going to be doing the sign language for the address. And it's an address of peace. It's on the back of the Middle East peace deal a couple weeks ago. And, you know, the people wanted to bring everyone together, man. We want to bring the shills. We want to bring the Synth Mafia, the Synth Renegades. We want to bring everybody together, man. You know, we don't always got to be battling. Because, I mean, nobody wants some of it. So guess what? Maybe it's time that we figure out a way to bring everyone together, you know? It's time for peace in the Synth Middle East is what I'm saying, okay? So that's coming up soon. Stay tuned for that. That's super exciting. And then I figured, why not just, I was checking out something the other day and I was like, I got this little Behringer Wasp video. I was like, why don't I just check this out? Because I didn't even listen back to this after I did it that time. So this is a little Behringer Wasp video, black and yellow. So I figured I'd play a little bit of this. Let's just see how this sounds. Because I got it in the other room and I'm about to hook it back up to the delay pedal I got here and the modulation pedal. And I think it's going to sound pretty good, but let's just see. Got my hat and we're ready to go. So let's go with some sounds, see what we can do here. Let's go with that synth show. So there's a couple oscillators. This is the filter. Bring up the resonance. mouse layer. See how crazy it gets. So that's a saw wave. Switch to 1/2 a pulse. So that's crazy, right? The Wasp is wild, man. That is a wild, wild beast. Let me see if I add some effects in here at some point. See what she sounds like. Oh, my mic's off. Sorry, that's the story I'm sticking to it. Wait for someone to tell me my mic's off. I was practicing again my Charlie Chaplin, man. I was practicing my Charlie Chaplin technique. You know, muted. Yeah, muted. Suckers! Got you again. I was trying to get Echo to give me $4, but he's not here. I was trying to get Echo to give me $4, baby. I'm practicing my Charlie Chaplin, trying to hoodwink Echo into giving me $4. You know what I'm doing. If you've been around, you know what I'm doing. Hans is our resident Behringer hater. He's going back to his post and being the resident Behringer hater. Well, you need the yin with the yang, man. I'm such a Behringer lover that we don't mind a little hate in here every once in a while. It's all good. Yeah, that was an episode of Silent Samurai. But what I was saying is, listen, man, go out and buy a freaking Behringer Wasp, buy a Behringer SDS-3. It's amazing. Get the synth cushion, pick up a freaking RD6, get yourself a Poly D, get yourself a Monopoly, go pick up a UBXA desktop. When you're done with that, go grab a DeepMind 12, get a DeepMind 6 to keep it company, okay? Pick up an RD8, pick up an RD9, pick up an RD78, pick up an RD6, pick up a TD3, pick up a TD3 modded, pick up the minis, the CZ1, the UBXA. Pick every single one up you can. Pick up the MS5. Get them if you can get them. They will be future classics. I promise you this now. Everybody thinks they won't be, but they're gonna be. I'm guaranteeing you. Watch. What's up, Vic Vega? Vic Vega's a hater. We got Hans Volt and Vic Vega who are carrying the torch for the anti-Behringer crew. No problemo. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I gotta go get some dinner. You guys take it easy. Slow.